Girls are resilient.
Girls are strong.
Girls are powerful.
Girls are intelligent.
Girls are fun.
Girls are fabulous.
Independent.
Fierce. Girls grow up to be badass women.
Girls are the business of the YWCA, and we won't stop until the world sees women, girls, and people of color the way we do: equal, powerful, unstoppable.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the YWCA Board of Directors, welcome to YWCA's 31st Tribute to Achievement. My name is Denise Johnson Kincaid, and I am the president of the YWCA Board. So if you're familiar with this event, you know our tradition is to gather for dinner to celebrate the accomplishments of individuals who have made a significant impact on our community and the YWCA. It is typically very interactive and social event. So as you can see, this year we are virtual, but don't worry because we have some very exciting things lined up for you today. First of which is our addition of our celebrity guest, Jackie Monroe.
Well, thank you very much, Denise. I'm so honored to be with all of you here today. We're going to pay tribute to a couple of fantastic women and girls and also recognize the life-changing work of the YWCA. This year's Tribute to Achievement is all about the girls, and instead of just honoring one individual, this year we're going to be highlighting several girls who are currently participating in the LiveWires program, as well as welcome back 2 graduates of the program who continue to give back. We'll also announce the class of 2021 Berkeley and Branson Young Women of Promise Scholarship recipients. And then this is big. We have a special announcement from Don Mattingly himself. We are so excited to tell you about this one. But first, I think we got to get something out of the way, and that's the cakes. Let's talk about this elephant in the room. Everybody wants to know about the cakes.
That's right. One of the most popular things about the YWCA tribute each year is that each guest typically walks around the room full of beautiful cakes donated by our board members. Although we're not able to offer the same experience this year in the virtual format, we have found a way to incorporate cakes into our event.
Yes, we have great news too, because this year you can bid for those cakes online at the YWCA's online cake auction. The winning bidders are going to be able to coordinate their own pickup with the bakers, so that means you can save your cake for the next time you have a big birthday or an anniversary party instead of having to take them home that day. So how do you do that? Really easy. You go online after today's event to bidpal.net/YWCA tribute. That's bidpal.net/YWCA tribute. The cake auction, by the way, closes at 3 p.m. today. Now I would like to introduce you to Erica Taylor, CEO of the YWCA.
Thank you, Jackie, and welcome. We're really excited to have you part of our virtual Tribute to Achievement this year. And I appreciate each of you watching here today. For over a year now, we've all been attending virtual events and programs, but the YWCA work has never stopped. Certainly, the pandemic brought on challenges for us, but our programs like the LiveWires, the Domestic Violence Shelter, and the Yes Sober Living program have continued serving the community during the pandemic. And like many organizations, we've had to cancel fundraisers. We've missed seeing your friendly faces and the faces of our faithful supporters who show up for us year after year. But many of our supporters, including many of you here today watching, never stopped showing up for the YWCA. Over the past year, we have received countless donations of PPE, cleaning supplies, and gifts for our residents. And although there were no public events, donors made donations online or mailed checks to help us keep our programming going. This was a challenging year for you, and it was a challenging year for the YWCA. We thank you for keeping the YWCA in your hearts. Our corporate donors also kept the YWCA in their hearts, and without their generous annual support, our board of directors would face very tough decisions, perhaps limiting the services we provide to girls in need and women seeking shelter. We would like to thank our major corporate sponsors, Toyota, Ascension St. Vincent, Deaconess, Old National Bank, and CenterPoint Energy, for investing in the future of women and girls that we serve. Through targeted financial support, hands-on volunteerism, and board engagement, these sponsors are helping the YWCA further its mission to eliminate racism and empower women. You will find those corporate sponsors as well as the Tribute to Achievement sponsors scrolling during this event and on our website.
And don't forget to check out that online auction for the cakes. It closes at 3 p.m. today. Go to bidpal.net/YWCA tribute. Now, earlier, we told you this year's Tribute to Achievement is all about the girls. At the core of the YWCA's mission is empowering women, but this important work begins in 3rd grade with kids attending Lodge and Glenwood schools, and that work even continues into adulthood with continued support and scholarships. Erica and Denise will now share some incredible news about some of these young ladies who are served by the Live Wires program.
The YWCA Live Wires program has been changing lives for young girls since 1991. The unique 10-year relationship that we have with the girls truly make a difference. Through one-on-one mentoring and after-school programs, Live Wires is equipping young girls with the tools they need for the success in high school and beyond. 100% of our girls in the program graduate from high school. In 2001, the YWCA Board of Directors created the Berkeley and Branson Young Women of Promise Scholarship Fund in the name of one of Evansville's most promising young women to help other promising young women from the Live Wires program achieve their vocational goals. Since then, the YWCA has awarded over $414,000 to 124 graduates of the Live Wires program. And right now, we'll add $25,000 and 3 new graduates to that list.
That's right, and we're able to do that because of the generous donors who have helped grow this fund over the years, as well as those donors who donate named scholarships each year to the program. As we pay tribute today to strong, bright, and talented girls, it is my distinct pleasure to recognize the 2021 class of Berkeley and Branson Young Women of Promise Scholarship recipients. First up is Antonia Bass. Antonia is the daughter of Darlene Harrison and Antonio Bass. She has been an active member of the Live Wires since 3rd grade and enjoys giving back to her community. Antonia volunteers her time to prepare home-cooked meals at shelters, sings in her church choir, participates in church plays, and is a member of Sista to Sista, all while working at Kohl's and achieving magna cum laude status for 3 straight years. She hopes to make her family proud by being the first to have a college degree, and she will be pursuing her dream of becoming a dental hygienist at IUPUI this fall. Her mentor is Rajika Woodard. Our next recipient is Savannah McCullum. Savannah is the daughter of Lindy McCullum. She joined Live Wires in 4th grade and has maintained steady employment throughout high school at G.D. Ritzy's and at Deaconess Gateway Hospital. Savannah enjoys the sense of independence that working brings her, and she hopes to open her own business in the future. She will study aesthetics at Rogers Academy of Hair Design this fall, and she looks forward to helping others look and feel their best. Her mentor is Linnell Walton. Our final recipient from the class of 2021 is Kaylee Walker. Kaylee Walker is the daughter of Jimmy Walker. Throughout high school, Kaylee participated in Student Council and the International Club. She also volunteered to walk dogs at the Humane Society. She donated blood at local drives. She worked the polls on voting days, and she was inducted into the National Honor Society. She participates in the EVSC Early College High School program, where she has already earned college credits in high school while working 2 jobs at Rural King and FedEx. Kaylee dreams of helping others and will pursue a degree in the medical field at the University of Southern Indiana this fall. She's been a member of the Live Wire since 4th grade, and her mentor is Paula Bone. And on your screen, you will see the additional scholarships that have been renewed for other young women who are continuing their studies.
As a reminder, that auction closes at 3 p.m. today. Don't forget to go there and bid on your cakes. How do you do that? After our event, you simply go to bidpal.net/YWCA Tribute. Each year at this event, tribute guests become fairy godmothers to the YWCA by granting a Y wish. Past tribute attendees have helped the YWCA build a new roof, purchase a new van, and make repairs to the YWCA's nearly 100-year-old building. Well, this year, the YWCA has a very special wish, and you'll be the first to hear about it from Evansville's own Don Mattingly.
This year, the Evansville YWCA celebrated its 110th birthday, and right here in this facility, we have served thousands of families over the past century. Inside our walls, we pride ourselves on having a warm and nurturing environment where women and children can heal and thrive. We have structured play therapy, free play, and a loving children's therapist to help children cope and adjust to living in a shelter. Outside of our facility, it's a different story. This play structure is decades old and the ground is uneven and unsafe. We want to completely overhaul this outdoor space to create a warm, inviting, colorful play space where kids can be creative and thrive.
Active play helps us process and express our emotions. When children are doing active play, often they're creating imaginary worlds, characters that may match their own feelings in the moment or feelings that they have experienced. And so active play gives them an opportunity to express those emotions, learn how to regulate their feelings, and also cope with emotions that may be new or difficult for them. So for example, acting out fear, frustration, anger through their play, and learn how to handle those types of situations. The developmental benefits of play include an opportunity to learn and utilize skills in problem solving, reasoning, sustaining attention. And so when you think about play on the child level, again, this is a rich opportunity for them to learn how to sustain attention and see something through. So when they're playing a game, instead of ending it quickly or abruptly, having a chance to try to see the game through its end. Another benefit is it gives a child an opportunity for exercise, physical exercise, getting outside, running around, using up energy that, as a lot of us know, children seem to have a lot of. So getting out that energy, being outside, running around is really, really important. It gives you that space for physical play that you might not have when you're indoors.
Our big, bold, bright wish for the YWCA is to recreate this outdoor play space, but we can't do it alone. And as we launch this campaign to raise the funds for the shelter playground, I am so excited to announce a special friendship with Mattingly Charities.
Hi, I'm Don Mattingly. The YWCA has been a fixture in the Evansville community for over 100 years. During that time, they've served thousands of families who seek shelter at the YWCA to be safe from streets or abusive homes. When we found out that the YWCA was in need of a new playground, we knew we had to be part of this project. As you know, kids today are swapping active outdoor play for computers, TVs, and electronics. Outdoor play is essential to improving the physical, social, and emotional well-being of children. The kids served by the YWCA deserve a beautiful outdoor space where they can play and thrive. That's why I'm so excited to announce that Mattingly Charities will be matching up to $25,000 in donations for the YWCA Playground Project. That means your gift has double the impact. I hope you will join me in making the YWCA's dream come true. And as they say, if you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, we will come.
If you build it,
they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
If we build it, they will come.
If you 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 build it, you come.
If you build it, they will come. Right, Kenny?
You're right, Mayor. If they build it, or if you build it, they'll come.
There you go.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, we will come.
If you build it, they will come. We are so excited about this project, and I'm also excited that we have our dear friends Tim Black and Scott Wiley here to help us kick off the Grant to YWish auction. And Scott, I see you cleaned off your bottom a little bit after that debacle on the slide.
And more about that debacle in just a little bit, I think.
More about, hold on to the end of this segment and you'll get to see. And yes,
I am cleaner.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Black. My partner in crime over here, Scott Wiley. Thanks so much, Erica, who's back at the YWCA right now. Folks, look, this is the deal. We're going to be on here with you for a few minutes, and as is usually the case with the two of us, we're asking you to give some money. The folks at the YWCA, not only do they want a new playground, I think you'll agree, Scott, they need a new playground.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you, when we filmed that, wait till you see what's coming up. But if you see behind us, by the way, this is so cool, it's like getting to be a weatherman on the television with this giant screen, the wonderful folks at Concept who've done this for us. But what you see is this, it's a really terrible playground. It's dangerous. It's how any of us lived to adulthood playing on these in the 60s and 70s. This needs to be replaced badly. And the work that you can do today by contributing, this is a $125,000 project in total. Mattingly Charities is giving a matching fund of $25,000 today. For those of you who are online and are watching this, you just hit the big blue button, Donate Now, on your link that you have with today's program.
Absolutely, Scott, and I think the last time that we looked at the numbers over here, we were a little bit above $6,000. What you're looking at right now is what would be an aerial view of an artist's rendering of what the new playground could look like. But that can only happen, folks, if you, as Scott just said, hit that big donate button and make sure that you add your name to the list and your donation to the list of making sure to help to support this effort. So we want to remind you one more time, folks, this entire project is about $125,000. The Mattingly Charity Foundation, you just saw Don a little bit ago promising that they will match up to $25,000. So that's what we need you to accomplish right now. $25,000, it suddenly becomes $50,000.
Yeah, and that is how we get this project going. And as soon as this project gets funded, we're building it. And one of the great things with this that you will see, it's all of the evidence-based learning techniques that are perfect for playgrounds now, for kids of all ability levels from 2 to 12, with sensory items, water, music, and all kinds of other wonderful things to engage kids. One of the things when you're a child and you're living at the Y, or you are a child who are a young woman who is participating in the live wires, you know, some of the value you have in yourself is when we take people to places, this is what they deserve because they're worth this. And when they're able to see this investment by our community in them, when they are staying at the Y or participating in a Y program, they'll know that we value them as powerful people, young people in our community, for all ages and all achievement levels.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, we're on the air with you right now. If you're watching us online, thank you very much. I know we can say hi to a few people. I think we saw Jingle Hagee, Lisa Jones,
Kay Cox.
Kay Cox. There were a few other people whose names we saw pop up on the list. I think Davina Day's out there. So hi to all of you folks. If you're watching us online right now, go ahead, hit that big button that you see right there beside you and make your gift known. And here's the deal, folks, it's going to get matched by the Don Mattingly Charity Foundation. You can't do better than that. And look at this lovely playground. I mean, how colorful from the ground up. And I think that's one of the things we should mention as well, Scott. I mean, you see all the colorful equipment that the children can play on, but you know, this has like a state-of-the-art rubber mat that's going to go on the ground. You're going to see in just a little bit why that's important, even for big kids like us. But I'm going to assume that that young man who's going down the slide over there right now, if he hits the ground on that rubber mat, it's not going to hurt that badly.
And I don't think he'll have a lot of mud in his rear end, as perhaps someone else did during his various shoots that you'll maybe get to see or maybe not. All of these wonderful things that we're doing today is trying to raise money, and Robin's here to give us an update. I can't see, but
I think we just picked up $100 from Elizabeth Wallace.
Oh,
so
how
thank
nice
you
of
very
Elizabeth.
much.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That's wonderful.
And that's matched. So Elizabeth, guess what?
$200.
Your $100 is actually $200, and that can happen for every person who is watching us right now.
Yeah, and we do have a lag, so those of you who are giving online, it pops up on our system here a bit afterwards, so you just keep giving. If we don't get to you while we're on this little break, it doesn't mean that we don't know you've given, and we thank you very much. And you can continue to give on the cake auction through the site that Jackie kept mentioning back at the thing for until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Matt Taylor, thank you very much. $250, which of course means what, Scott?
$500, because you aren't allowed to do math. Here comes another one.
Jingle Hagee, thank you very much, Jingle.
Hagee.
That's why we called you out, Jingle, because we knew that you'd be a good girl and do that. $500 there, that means $1,000. That is fantastic, folks. That's the way we play this game, if you haven't figured it out already.
Yeah, and here comes another one.
Jennifer Moore, $50, which becomes $100.
Yep.
I can do that math,
You can
Scott.
do that one, but we aren't going to let you anything more than that. I will tell you, we do a lot, we MC a lot of events in town. We miss all you in person. We want to be back with you in person, but this works just fine.
Absolutely. Robin's showing us some more. Todd Isaac, I believe that was $100, so that becomes $200. Folks, this is the way we do this. We have to keep this going. If we keep this going at this pace, we can eat up that $25,000 really quickly, and suddenly we've got $50,000 in the bank to build that playground. Davina Day, $500, which is $1,000.
We should have named everybody that was on the
We
list.
should have. We should just go read the list of everybody who's
another.
watching right now. Janet Keller, $50 there. That suddenly becomes $100.
That's so sweet.
So tell us a little bit more about what this money's going to get for us.
Well, this money will go
Scott.
to the play. If you want, by the way, if you want to relive getting splinters as a child or breaking your head open on a really bad metal pole, come down to the Wise Current Playground and you join us sometime. But once we can get, there we go.
Yep.
Once we
That's
get
what it
rid
looks
of this
like right
and
now,
replace
folks.
it with that beautiful new concept that you've seen on the screen throughout this segment, kids will be in a safe play environment with the evidence-based play equipment that they need to thrive as young women. That's
Tony
what we do.
Hamilton, a donation there, $25, which becomes $50.
And here's what they'll be on.
Yes.
They'll go from that splinter-ridden, head-busting items to all this, including the slide. And even the slide's got rollers on it instead of slick. It won't be hot, won't burn their little rear ends. And it's all sensory for kids that maybe have autism or have other limitations. It's all designed to stimulate them in the most effective, evidence-based way.
And Mr. Jordan Whitledge, thank you very much, Jordan. $50, which becomes harder. I got to call it a special to Jordan Whitledge. He's one of our wonderful board members over at WNIN. So thanks so much, Jordan, for doing such good work for us.
Oh, here comes another one. I'm so glad you can
let's
see
see.
him.
Lana Burton is $100, which is $200, and she helped found the Live Wires all the way back in 1991.
Lana, she is one of, by the way, she is just one of the heroes of our community. She's just so wonderful all the way around. And in fact, a lot of the women who are on this, watching this right now, are some of the great leaders of our community, especially in the nonprofit sector. And we appreciate all of the wonderful donations they're giving and all the leadership they've provided to the YWCA over the years. I have never worked with a charity in this community that works harder to stay true to its mission of empowering girls and eliminating racism. It's a wonderful group to be affiliated with.
Sherry Ann Stanley, $200, which becomes $400.
Thank you, Sherry
Folks,
Ann.
you're doing great at this. So listen, if you just maybe clicked in and are watching right now and you're wondering what the heck is Tim Black and Scott Wiley doing on your computer, we're raising money for a brand new playground at the YWCA in downtown Evansville. It is sorely needed. If you make your donation right now, the folks over at Mattingly Charities are going to match that gift all the way up to $25,000. And all you have to do, Scott, is click that big button, donate button that's on the screen right now.
Big blue donate button.
And it's easy to do.
If you're lucky enough to be watching this at a later time, if this gets replayed on YouTube or anything else, you can always visit the WISE website and click on their own donate button and designate it to this wonderful project. There is the button that you have on this actual live stream, and then there's the link that Jackie mentioned back at the on how you can participate in the cake auction, which will go until 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll keep taking money for this playground project until we raise the whole $125,000. So you can give today, you can give tomorrow, you can keep doing, but if you give right now, we're going to try to get that $25,000 from Mattingly Charities.
Absolutely, Scott. And let's talk a little bit more. I mean, you can see the theme for this whole event, if you build it, they will come. Some of you of a certain age will remember that coming from a great Kevin Costner movie some years ago. But here's the deal, folks. We're going to expand the footprint of the playground. It's relatively small right now. The wood's rotting on some of the equipment. You can see not only the grass, but the gravel through the grass, some of the rubber that's there. We're going to be creating such a colorful new addition in downtown Evansville. We also, Scott should mention Stephanie Terry, wonderful executive director over at SEMO. You know, she helped consult on this project to help make sure that they were providing some of the equipment here, particularly the items that you see there on the front of those musical instruments that if you walk by SEMO in downtown, you can bongo drum those things. Timothy Weir, just a wonderful, wonderful, he's a great friend of the YWCA, but Timothy Weir is just a great friend of everybody in Evansville, I think. What are we looking at there? $250, which suddenly becomes $500. Timothy, thank you so much.
And when you think about all the new amenities in downtown with Mickey's Kingdom, SEMO here, kids start seeing these items that they're familiar with at different places they go. It engages them. You know, some of the statistics Erica gave us in terms of this work, you know, kids need this physical activity, just like Mr. Mattingly said in his video. clip. They need this regular. This does so much for their long-term success. 40% more likely to graduate. You know, greater outcomes in terms of increased earnings during their lifetime, success in going to college, the ability by being physically active to do more in their lives, and providing those folks who are living at the shelter at the Y those types of outlets that they wouldn't otherwise have is so important, and showing them their value by making sure that they're not playing on equipment that even I would have thought was crappy in the 1970s.
Absolutely, and you're going to see in a little bit. Here's the deal, folks. If we can make a little bit more money in this segment, we've been promised, and Claudette Branson's helping us out here. Claudette Branson, thank you. Longtime supporter of the YWCA. $100, it becomes $200.
And Claudette's just such a sweetheart.
The guys from Concept, Troy Voppel, who is here helping put this production together right now, they've promised that we're going to get to see the blooper video in just a moment. But that's only going to happen if we get a little bit more money from you, and we can get closer to that $25,000 goal. It looks like Tricia Voppel. Speaking of Troy, Tricia Voppel, he's clapping in the background, Tricia. $50, which suddenly becomes a $100 donation.
Your math
so
is
thank
so
you.
improved.
I know, I've been working on it, Scott.
I tell you.
I've been working on it.
This is something.
And while we're looking again at this beautiful picture, you know, we've been focusing a lot of attention on the playground equipment, but we should also mention some of the additional features with this entire package. There are going to be bike racks. You can see those in the background there. There are going to be child-sized picnic tables. You're going to see benches. Scott, you should become a weatherman.
I'm hoping.
You're learning to do this really well.
Chad Seawich, I still miss him.
So here's the deal, folks. Once again, if you are looking at us right now on your computer screen, your iPad, maybe even your iPhone, you're also seeing a big donate button right there on the very same screen. All you got to do is click it, and you can make a donation just as simply as so many of these other folks have made that we've been able to say thank you to in the course of the last 7 or 8 minutes. And once again, this entire project, $125,000, which in terms of playgrounds, I think that's pretty darn reasonable.
And if this is one of the few times that you can hit a button, donate, and then we'll go away. There are a lot of people in this city that would probably pay money for that.
They are pounding on that screen right now.
Darn.
So there you go. And once again, folks, we've been promised that there is a blooper reel here. There's an outtake of when Scott and I attempted to film our segment in the video you saw earlier.
Yes, attempted.
And you're going to get to see that, I think, in a little bit if we can push that total up just a little bit higher. I don't know where we are. I'm looking over at Robin right now to see if she can actually give us an update on where we are total-wise. She's holding a finger at me, so that means we have to keep stretching for a little bit. Denise Johnson Kincaid, board president. Thank you. $100, which suddenly becomes $200.
Yeah, and
simple as that.
And she's back at the Y. That's pretty good. They must have a feed over there too.
Absolutely. I'm sure they're watching things. So we're working on getting a new total for you folks. Some of the other statistics I want to make sure that you know about. You know, Scott was mentioning earlier that just play is important for the purpose of playing, but it helps lead to so many other great outcomes. You know, active children, according to all of the scientific studies, they're more likely to score higher on tests, more likely to go to college, earn more when they're working later in life. Lower health costs, of course, because they can risk an entire variety of diseases just by being able to go out the back door of the YWCA and play on some wonderful equipment. And let's mention again, Scott, we've been kicking around this date of 1970, but that equipment may have been there longer than that.
That's just, we know it's at least that.
It looks like right now $2,459 is what we have seen come in just in the last 10 minutes or so. And with that match, we're just shy of $5,000. So again, big thanks to the Don Mattingly Charity Foundation. They are matching all the dollars that are going to come in the door here right now up to $25,000. We're just a few dollars away from $5,000. So I know someone is watching. Maybe you already even made a gift. You can toss into the hat there something, in the neighborhood of, I think, about $40, and that'll get us pretty darn close to $5,000.
Get you to $80, wouldn't it? You can continue to give on this link. We'll be going back to the Y, where Erica and Jackie, and by the way, Jackie Monroe, she and Angie, all the folks in our media community that volunteer their time to do these things, so wonderful. But we'll be going back to them in just a few minutes, and they'll be finishing the program, telling you how to continue to do the cake auction, which you can continue to do till 3 o'clock this afternoon. If you're watching this feed later on a replay or on YouTube or something, you can always go to the YWCA's website, which is the YWCA evansville.org, and you can look there for ways to donate and provide additional funds to this project.
Elizabeth Greenwell, thank you very much. Donation of $25, which suddenly becomes 50. It's as simple as that. You know, Scott, one of the things that as we're talking, I'm thinking as well with this playground equipment. You know, the YWCA offers such wonderful services in this community, but the fact of the matter is that if you're utilizing the services at the YWCA, there's probably something that's not real good going on in your life at the moment. And just think about that for a second, that if you're there utilizing those services and your children have an opportunity to be involved with something like this, it's just a wonderful, wonderful melding of ideas and uses for what we have in this particular community. So please help us out right now. Once again, if you're watching on whatever screen you may be choosing to watch us on, you're seeing a big donate button right there beside us. Hit it, make a donation, and feel good about the fact that you're helping to make this playground come to reality, but those dollars are going to be doubled. Again, thanks to the wonderful folks at the Don Mattingly Charities, and we just thank everyone so very much for that.
We absolutely do. And for all of you that are watching, all of our friends and families who are out there who participate with the YWCA and support it year after year, as Erica said in her remarks when we began the program earlier this afternoon, it's been a tough year for charities across the board. We've been working a lot of these virtual events, and they just never raise the same amount of money that we can when we're in person. So it's even more important for those of you who are extra committed and watching these virtual events to provide support. Encourage your friends and families to support as well, because this work that we're doing is so important for our community. As we return to live and virtual events, I hope soon, oh, I want to be out.
Yes.
We like doing this, and we like doing it with you. But, you know, we need your help, especially during these times, to make things like this happen in our community.
And another thank you, Karen Hamilton, I think was the name that we saw pop up there, $75, which suddenly becomes $150.
Which I think would have got us over that $5,000.
I think that's gotten us over the $5,000, which is not bad in the course of 10 or 15 minutes. But folks, we can do so much more, and we know Scott and I do these things, as he was just mentioning, all the time. We know that this community always steps up to the plate and you take care of things. And we know that it's going to happen in this particular situation right now. Scott's mentioned a couple of times, and I will remind you, you may be watching this at some other point. That's the world we live in now. You don't have to watch things at the time that is posted in your TV guide. You can watch it anytime you want to. If you see that donate button that is there on the screen while I'm talking, please hit it and make a gift, and I guarantee you that the YWCA is going to be more than happy to accept that donation from you. And we've got a long way to go here, folks. The runway's pretty long on this one. $25,000 is what we're after most immediately, because the wonderful folks at Don Mattingly Charities are going to match that amount all the way up to $25,000, which makes $50,000, and then the cost of the total project is $125,000. That is certainly a reasonable amount of money to get to, and considering what we're going to get on the other side of that $125,000, it's fantastic. Scott mentioned a few minutes ago that as soon as we get to that overall number, the construction on the playground project is going to begin immediately.
Absolutely, and Robin's got...
Looks like we are now past about $2,500 for this short amount of time that we've been on the air, and that does put us over the $5,000, officially $5,126. That's fantastic, folks. Thank you very much.
Not bad for 15 minutes work.
Absolutely. That's the way that you do this
Do you think that's
stuff.
enough? Do you think that's enough to get to show the blooper?
I'm looking at Robin, and I'm seeing a lot of heads that are shaking up and down. So I think, yes, I think folks are going to get to see the blooper reel.
Don't think that we do not humiliate ourselves for charity for nothing.
Scott and Tim in 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
in slow motion even.
That is just cruel.
And
that is cruel. Well, Mrs. Voppel, if you're still watching, I'd just be worried about some soaping and toilet paper and coming to your neighborhood soon.
Oh my. Folks, that's worth another couple of donations. Yeah. Come on, folks. And guess what? Troy didn't even have to bleep you. It almost happened, but he didn't quite have to hit the button.
So you don't know what I said after that. Oh my. And isn't it nice when you have a friend like this who will be kind enough to throw the ball at your head and then laugh at you?
Oh my goodness! And you can attest now firsthand of why it's so important.
That thing's dangerous.
To build a new playground.
And go ahead and give the money, because when my lawsuit's down against the Y for their dangerous equipment, you'll need even more.
Oh my goodness! Yes, and so now seriously, as you look at this young man coming down the slide right now, I mean, imagine more than likely he's going to have a great time falling off the end of that slide, but now he's going to hit this wonderful, colorful rubber mat on the ground.
I had to check and make sure I hadn't broken a hip. Yeah, he's not having.
And you can toss those jeans out now anyway,
yes,
Scott. I think they've probably been around since the 1970s. So the fact they've got some soilage going on.
I feel the love. That's what we do here at the Y.
All right, folks, look for that big donate button. We're having a little bit of fun here right now, but we need your help to get to $25,000. That's why we're here. That's why we do these things, and we know that you have the ability to do it. So hit that button, make your gift. The money's going to be doubled thanks to the folks at the Don Mattingly Charities. We're already over $5,000 for this 15 minutes or so of work, which is fantastic. We can go even higher, folks, and we will say thank you when you do make that gift to make sure this playground at the YWCA becomes a reality.
And we will turn it back over now to our friends Erica and Jackie, who are back at the YWCA in downtown Evansville. So goodbye from Concept Light and Sound over here off John Street.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, all the donors who are helping bring this dream to life. We are so excited about this project. We know it's a lofty goal, but we're going to get there because of your support. And if you didn't hear a dollar amount that you feel comfortable giving today, don't worry about it. Head over to our website, give what you feel comfortable giving.
And now, the spotlight moves to our 2021 Tribute to Achievement. Each year, the YWCA honors organizations or individuals who excel in the areas of social and racial justice, empowering women and children, philanthropy, or community leadership. Past honorees include prominent members of our community, including Dan and Kim Herman, Joanne and Jim Schwenker, Sherry Ann Standley, Nancy Gaunt, and the Eigelhart family. This year, we're turning our focus inward to celebrate the girls of the Live Wires program.
Since its earliest beginnings, the YWCA was more than a residential facility. This building was a social and cultural hub for women and girls. The focus has always been on providing classes, programs, and housing to empower women and girls. After 110 years, we are still making a difference in the lives of girls in our community. Within these walls and beyond, we encourage girls to be bold, silly, fearless, confident, strong, and unique. We teach them that beauty is not about being a certain size or having a certain hairstyle. We teach them about the beauty of being strong, being themselves, and being kind. We nurture curiosity, and we help them develop the tools needed to deal with stressful situations and challenging relationships. We encourage them to ask questions, be kind, be creative, and realize their own strengths. The result is that our girls make positive choices about their lives. They express their feelings and they show kindness. They think about their future and their life goals, and they graduate from high school. We do this through an impactful program that has been changing the lives of girls since 1991. That program still stands strong today. We develop girls into strong women.
In this video, you'll meet the YWCA staff members who work with the girls and also the elementary and middle school age students taking part in the Live Wires program. You'll also meet two women, one a college student who's graduated from the program and another who is working in local law enforcement right now and who continues to work as a mentor with the program. It really is all about the girls.
The focus of our youth programs here at the YWCA include a wide variety of activities and programming that are structured to give support to the students and the young women that we work with. We're taking kids that are outside of their environment and giving them exposure into these type of academic opportunities in hopes that that positive support will guide them into a more successful future. We want to break that cycle of needing our other support systems, such as our domestic violence shelter or any type of housing for recovery. If we give them those tools now, we may prevent them from needing those services later.
We start with them young so that we can build a foundation and a good relationship with them so that when they hit those critical middle school age years, we can match them with a mentor from the community. And not only will they have the YWCA support, they also have a community support to become successful through middle school and high school. The girls we serve face many obstacles like homelessness, food insecurity, trauma, instability at home, and the services we provide and the lessons we create fill those gaps.
We've had students in the past that behavior has just been horrible because of home situations. We've had them where they've not wanted to go home, where their parent is abusive, where there are different instances of violence in that home, and we work with them on learning coping skills and being able to overcome that to where as they get older they want to do better. They want to overcome that cycle of what's gone on in their families their entire life. And as we support those kids and we encourage them and we are their biggest cheerleaders, we have seen some of those students overcome that and become very successful. We want to empower them to be a normal child, have a normal childhood, have fun, be giggly, and not worry about where their next meal is coming from or what type of environment that they may be going home to. And know that they have that support that's going to be there for them year after year from our programming staff as well as some of the volunteers who mentor in our middle school and high school programs.
If I could describe the young girls that come here to the YWCA that we serve, I would say they're strong and fun and resilient and giggly girls.
It was pretty fun and cool to have live wires to go to, and I could just be here with all my friends and have fun here.
I look forward to doing fun activities like doing things outside and doing crafts.
There's actually many things that I like to do that I probably didn't know that I like to do. I like drawing a lot, and we did that a lot here. And soccer was pretty fun. Lots of work, but it was pretty fun.
When I was younger, I mostly looked forward to the activities that we used to do. And I had a lot going on when I was younger too, so that was always an escape for me from my problems that I had going on at home. So I was just ready to get out of school and have a little fun and then go home and do what I was dealing with. What I learned was how to control my emotions and when to react and when not to react and kind of grow into the adult that I am now. That was the most important thing that I learned.
I learned about how to not get mad at my sister and how I can get along with my sisters and have fun with them.
We also learned how to solve the problem if we get angry or frustrated and how to not get mad that easily.
Something I learned from Live Wires is how to be respectful and do different activities.
Something I learned from Live Wires is that you have to like yourself enough to love yourself, and you have to treat people the way you want to be treated.
I definitely learned how to be kinder to people and to respect other people's feelings and not just your own.
It probably came into my life at a really good time. My parents actually divorced when I was 12, so that was probably about the time that I joined the Live Wires program. As a kid, it was a new change. I lived with my father. My mother had moved away at that point, and so having Anna Lee, who was my mentor, as that person I could talk to was a big deal at that time. And then having all of my friends a part of the Live Wires program as well helped because I got to see them every day.
When I first started, I did have, I had a lot of people passing away. Me and my mom, we weren't very close, so that was always affecting my behavior. I had to watch my siblings at a young age, so By me being in Livewires, I was able to kind of balance out like school, because they also gave us time to get homework done. So I got to balance out like my school life with Livewires and my home life. Livewires was a way for me to still be able to have that little girl mentality. Like, I didn't have to worry about, oh, well, did the kids eat? Did I get my schoolwork done? Like, Livewires was a way for me to escape. So make sure that I still had that little girl mind in the back of my head.
In middle school, I was around a lot of kids that really went through the same things in life as me. And growing up, you didn't realize, you're considered like at risk because living in the south side of Evansville, all you have was each other. And then I moved on to high school, and it's more kids coming from different areas. So that's when you really realize the difference between how you grew up and how someone who's not as at risk, I guess, grew up. I had a lot of friends that did drugs in high school. I have several friends that had kids in high school. The program helped me a lot in making decisions like that when faced with those pressures.
Different programs helped me. Like, Livewires really helped me, because if it wasn't for Livewires, I would have been just like everybody else, pregnant, probably dead, joined a gang. And Livewires was a way for me to escape what I had going on, which is what a lot of youth kids go through. They don't have a place to escape, so they go to the streets. They go do drugs. They go and, have babies and get pregnant. So if we were to make a way for the youth to stay youth, then I feel like we wouldn't have so many issues that we have today. Ashley was my high school mentor. So Miss Ashley was just always that push, like, hey, get it done. Like, you're a young, black, African female. You need to graduate. Like, this is something that you need to do, not only for yourself, but for your culture. So she was always a big part. She actually came to my graduation, so I was excited about that.
Having a mentor can help you because they can help you solve your problems.
Having a mentor is exciting because you get to talk to someone about your problems, and you just need a friend, basically.
When I go to 6th grade, I know I'm gonna have a mentor, and I'm excited about that because maybe they can help me solve problems, or so I have another friend to talk to.
I think having a mentor would be nice, because then you could talk to them about your problems, or if you're struggling a little bit in either life or school, you could talk to them if you feel like you can't talk to anybody else.
I am excited to have a mentor because when a teacher helps, I like when they help, because when they help me solve how to solve the problem and how to be grateful and how I can get along with friends and be nice.
So when I decided to be a mentor, my first thought was, I want to help young girls that grew up in the same environment as I did. And I got involved and became a mentor, and I realized how much I've changed as a person as well. So my mentoree has changed me just as much as I've helped her. You want to be able to help the young girls, especially today's younger generation. As a mentor, you're not trying to be their parent, but you're definitely trying to be a part of that village. A lot of these girls might come from a single-parent home, and like I did, and need just a little bit more guidance. And so you're just there to be a friend, a shoulder to lean on, someone to listen.
Growing up, I'm not real close with my family. I didn't have a lot of support. So my support was always through Livewires, having mentors, the school, my counselors. So by me having that was letting me know, like, Vayon, you're not in this alone. You still have people out here rooting for you, helping you. So that's what got me through. I don't let my past control my future. So if I want something, I'm going to get it. I know where I came from. I know my struggles in life by being a young girl. So that was my motivation to, hey, Vayon, I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I'm almost finished. I'm proud of myself. There's people that I know that's older than me that looks up to me, younger than me. So that makes me feel good knowing that I'm an inspiring person, that I could be able to help the next person that didn't get the same help that I got growing up.
I could say I look up to my teachers at Love Wires and my favorite teacher at my school, Miss Rossbottom, because they're very nice and they're very good teachers and they're very fun.
Miss Mallory inspires me. She's very bold and respectful.
Someone that I look up to is the teachers that helped me and worked here, and my favorite teacher at school.
One thing I will say is that I am appreciative of the YWCA and Live Wires and Miss Ashley, Miss Courtney, Miss Mallory, Miss Taylor, and just them giving me the opportunity to believe in myself and become the young lady that I am today.
You know, Erica, as I watched the video, two things really stood out to me. One, just the impact that those incredible mentors have on the girls. And two, the length of time that the kids get to stay in the program. They could be in it all the way from 3rd grade through 12th grade. So when you put those two together, what a winning combination. You can see why the program works to build the resilience and the confidence in these young girls.
Yeah, and you know, really the backbone of this program is the mentors. Those mentors are committed to the young ladies. They're with them from 6th through 12th grade. And you're right, it's a winning combination of sustained engagement with our staff as well as the mentors.
If you're thinking about becoming a mentor, please visit our website. We're always looking for good mentors.
Well, ladies, this was fun.
It was fun.
I'm so glad you could be with us this year. We've never had a celebrity host for Tribute to Achievement before, but then again, everything's different this year, going virtual.
Yes.
So thank you. We
pleasure.
appreciate you. Thank you to all of you watching here today. I know you have busy schedules, busy lives, but you chose to be with us today, and I'm so glad you made that choice because we love sharing the good work of the YWCA with our community. So thank you for your support, thank you for watching today, and thank you for being a part of this tradition, 31 years. So It's not what we usually do. Usually we walk in a room where the aroma just takes you away to heaven, all those cakes. But don't forget, we have a cake auction. You can still bid on cakes today at bidpal.net/YWCA Tribute. Please do so until 3 p.m.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Can host place a bid?
Absolutely. Please do.
Count me in.
Yes, please bid. And thank you. We were really honored to share with you the recipients of the Berkeley and Branson Young Women of Promise Scholarship Fund scholarships today, as well as the stories of some of our current live wires as well as graduates of the program. The program speaks for itself. It's successful. It works. The girls are resilient and strong. That's our goal, is to raise girls up to be resilient and strong women. So thank you for being a part of that. Your donations help us do that. We'll see you next year with cake.
Yes.